You asked for a Halloween Horror Nights strategy video? You got it. Halloween Horror Nights is all about strategy. You've got houses, you've got scare zones, you've got shows, you've got food, and you've got club horror, of course. So tonight we are gonna show you a couple of strategies. Aubrey and I are gonna compete to see who can get through all 10 houses the fastest.
It's not really a challenge video when you know you're gonna win. Is it, Ben? Now, before we kick this challenge off, I have a pro tip. If you want to maximize your time at Halloween Horror Nights that you have to know, and we're gonna do tonight, and that is you're going to want to utilize Stay and Scream so you can hit those houses early before the gates open for general park admission. There's been a big change to Stay and Scream this year for HHN 34, and that is you can get a bracelet so you can mosey on around the park, enjoy the time, and queue up for houses everywhere. There's no cattle corral that you have to stay in a certain area. If you have that bracelet, you can wander the park at your leisure. So we are going to go grab our bracelets to kick off our evening and tell you a little bit more about how you can get your Stay and Scream bracelet, how you can utilize Stay and Scream, and, well, what Stay and Screams each of us are gonna start off in.
There are a couple of ways that you can get Stay and Scream access. First is having both a daytime park ticket for the same day that you have a Halloween Horror Nights ticket. The second option is to purchase a Scream early ticket. It is an additional add-on to your Halloween Horror Nights ticket, but it allows you to get into Universal Studios to utilize Stay and Scream at 3 p.m.
There are 3 places that you can stop to get your Stay and Scream bracelet. One is over by Villain Con, the next is down at Minion Cafe, and the third option is over at Lumbards. You're gonna wanna get in the park before 5 and probably a little earlier than that. Right now it is 4:30. We're gonna go grab our bracelets at the pickup location at Villicon. Wristband secured. I now have access to the park for the rest of the night, and I don't have to do anything other than show my wristband as they're getting everybody else out. So if you've ever been to an Orlando Informer meetup, it's very similar. You're gonna get your wristband, you can go anywhere in the park. There will be checkpoints as you meander your way around to make sure that as they're filtering out General Park, anybody that's staying in still has a wristband, everybody else goes. Well, I think it's about time to kick this challenge off. How's this going down?
Let's talk rules. 10 houses as quick as you can.
I'm gonna win.
You can utilize Express Pass
Okay.
if you want to. If you don't want to, then by all means don't utilize it. But
I mean, I could turn this into a leisurely
Yeah, we
day
could use-
too if I really
so-
wanted to. But this is about strategy.
and the kicker,
Yeah.
because we have free reign of Stay and Scream, we need to make this a little interesting. So one
Yeah, you're
person,
right. We can't start in the same spot.
yeah, one person is going to go to the back of the parks while one person stays up front. You've got about 5 houses that are up here in the front of Universal Studios, and you've got about 5 houses in the back of Universal Studios.
What is our line of demarcation?
Line of demarcation, Rip, Ride, Rocket will be our line of demarcation.
For the last year only.
You have to do at least one house in the front before you can go to the back.
And one house in the back before you can go to the front?
Exactly.
Okay. Who's starting where?
Rochambeau, little Rochambeau.
Okay, on 3 or 1, 2, 3, shoot?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Best 2 out of 3? No, just for one.
Just
Ready?
throw it. Rock,
1,
paper,
2, 3,
scissors,
shoot.
Rock,
1, 2,
paper,
3,
scissors,
shoot. Yeah!
I always lose in rock, paper, scissors.
You
I'm done
do.
with rock, paper, scissors. Which one are you picking?
It's tough because, like, if I go back at the park, those are going to be super low wait times to begin with, but I think a couple of them open later. But if I'm starting here in the front, I could knock out Five Nights real quick before that line gets crazy. And there's, like, just pop, 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 pop all around the houses. Front of the park. I want next to Rip Ride. I'm in.
I suppose this is about where we part ways, and you start shooting your own strategy, and I start shooting mine. The challenge starts now.
I can't wait for you to buy me dinner. Let's go.
Secretly, I am not that upset about being sent to the back of the park. The houses are a little more spread out, especially Fallout and Gulkin being in the back tents. But Five Nights at Freddy's, Terrifier, and the Wyatt Six have been super busy during Stay and Scream. You're talking Five Nights at Freddy's being at capacity, like 180, 185 minutes right off Stay and Scream. So hopefully Aubrey gets caught up in those crowd levels. I'm going to be able to boop, 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 all around the back of the park, knock out those 5 houses, and then boogie up to the front of the parks as those crowds clear out.
Hello, queue up because the last time we did Stay and Scream, Five Nights at Freddy's was a 3-hour wait. We ain't got enough time for that, like ain't got time for that at all. So we're gonna go see if we can jump an express, hit that fast, and then pop around to the others real darn quick. I've got ideas. I guarantee you, Ben is looking at the mobile app, checking wait times, figuring out what house opens when. I should probably do that too.
So I think my strategy, is going to be headed to the very far back, knock out Fallout, because Fallout opens up today at 5:15. Gulkin opens up at 5:45. Then we've got going to have the decision of whether we go to Hatchet and Chains and Dolls Let's Play Dead, because those are over by MIB and Simpsons area, or do we come up to Jason? Jason has gone pretty busy later in the night. Usually in the beginning it's a lower wait time, so I don't know whether I'm going to go for volume and knock out Dolls and Hatchet and Chains, or hit up Jason, because that's a decent amount of steps, and then it's a decent amount of backtracking.
So here's where I think my night will really be determined, is we're walking back to this holding area, basically. It's not a holding area because you can wander, but like, it's where everyone's going to queue up for all 5 of these houses. And when I turn this corner, we will know how much of a cluster is it really, because the last few times, like, the line was already wrapped around here. I might have pulled it off. We might be here early enough. I might get to hang out in the AC. I think this might determine how well the night goes, guys. I've got hope. We're here pretty early. Here we go.
I kind of hope that Aubrey chooses to do 1 or 2 of those houses up in the front in those sound stages, and then make her way to the back, because that will eat up a lot of time just walking through the park. And those houses get really, really long. So hopefully 1 or 2, and then she's like, I'm gonna go do something else before knocking out the rest of those up front.
Note to self, get to Stay and Scream super early so you can beat the lines. Opens at 5:15. Here we go. Express is a bit lengthier than what we've seen since we've been here, but we also haven't hit Express with Stay and Scream, so that's all right. This will move quick. Standby is adding up. At least we're not doing a Express versus Standby challenge this time, because if you've seen our other video, Express is quite expressy, so this should go pretty quick, but we'll see.
I am really enjoying this new Stay and Scream wristband, like just having free roam of the park, whether that is enjoying a butterbeer in Diagon Alley or whether that's getting in line for a house. I positively do not miss just baking in the sun in those cattle corrals. There is a little chaos that happens in those front soundstage areas, which I'm sure Aubrey will get pictures of, video of, and that she's going to experience of like, what line am I in? Am I in Express? Am I in Standby? What house am I even in line for? So far, at the back of the park, this has been a breeze. Fallout is a little busier than I anticipated, especially in Standby, but it is still not that bad. Gulkin is just empty because it doesn't open until 5:45. I think a lot of people have the same thoughts and the same strategy that I do. Is like, we're gonna knock out Fallout, then just bop right back over to Gulkin. Might be the move though, because I think I'm already seeing, we've already scanned in, and so like, I think this could be quick. I think this we're talking 5-10 minutes once they open up those doors.
We're about to head into Five Nights at Freddy's. It is 5:21. A little bit after 5:15. That's okay. I'm still sure that with the walk that Ben had all the way to the back of the park, he's not going to be getting into whatever house he picked as early as me. So here's the Fallout. Here's the Five Nights at Freddy's and the next house from here. Is it going to be Terrifier? It might be Terrifier. It might be Wyatt 6. Solid house options though. We are moving. We're loading up that first like walk-in queue a few minutes early so we can hit the ground running at 5:15. Done with Fallout. It is 5:19, so basically 5 minutes in and out. Over to Gulkin, because like I don't. Hatch and Chains opens at 5:45 with Gulkin, so I would have to walk to Hatchet and Chains to come back to Gulkin.
This is one part where Aubrey has a bit of an advantage on me. Say Aubrey has an advantage because Wyatt 6 opens up at 5:15, Five Nights opens at 5:15, Terrifier opens up at 5:30, and Grave of Flesh opens at 6. So she's got really like 3 houses that she's going to be able to get done before I even get into Gulkin, because she'll get Five Nights, WWE, and Terrifier done before I even get into Gulkin or Hatchet and Chains.
All right. That was a solid run through FNAF. I enjoyed it. Not the scariest of houses, but it's a good house. It's fun. It's fun. Oh, we're going to make a little loopity-doo here. We have Wyatt 6. We have Terrifier options. So we're going to pop out this way, see what wait times look like, see where we're at, make a decision here, because we got to run through these 5 real fast. I see a line. 50-minute wait. Oh, baby. We're going to go to Wyatt 6. We'll come back for that in a moment. I see people busting through the Wyatt 6 queue over here. So I think we'll get through that really, really quickly. The unfortunate part is that I have to like mosey all the way back around to get to where I want to go. So we're shuffling. Once we get on Wyatt 6, I think we'll pop over, do Terrifier. Might be a little bit of a wait, but I do think it will pay off.
Just finished Five Nights at Freddy's at like 5:28, so I'm curious to see whether she chooses to do WWE, which is already open, or whether she just moseys over to Terrifier, which opens up in just a couple of minutes. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I might actually go over to Terrifier, because I think people are mostly in line for Five Nights and WWE and not over at Terrifier. I think it would go quicker if she actually went over to Terrifier before hitting WWE.
One can only imagine what the back of the park looks like right now. I'm not back there. I don't know. I do know that Ben's already finished his first house. He's through Fallout. I assume he's going to roll right over to Gulkin. But look at this. That's the standby queue right now. Wyatt 6 is dead. It just opened though. So this will pick up for the night. This is why we're doing Stay and Scream though. Hitting it up early, getting through these houses so we can enjoy the rest of our night at a leisurely pace. But probably not for the first like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. It's all game time right now. That was a good run.
Not like that.
I had some very scared people behind me. My ears hurt more from their screams than they do from the house. I'm glad they enjoyed it. All right, we're looping it back. Do a wraparound. Let's go to Terrifier, see where that wait time's at. Grave of Flesh should be opening here. If it already hasn't, should be soon. We're cruising. We're hitting these houses. I'm looking forward to El Artista, my fave. But we're just heading on back. Now, Terrifier's wait time was up there already when we passed it previously, just moments ago. Let's see how well Express Pass can save me time, because if it can, we can go through Terrifier, pop right out, jump right into Grave of Flesh, bam, 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 then do El Artista, head to Jason.
Aubrey just texted me and said she got done with WWE and is headed to Terrifier. So she's done with 2. On to 3 before I have even gotten into house number 2. It's gonna get spicy. So it is 5:49, done with Gulkin. Another great run through Gulkin. That is it's gonna be up there as one of my top probably 3 or 4 houses. Great scares. I love that you can see parts of the set prior to getting to them. It's a great house. I think I'm gonna make my way over to Hatchet and Chains. Hatchet and Chains should have just opened up at 5:45. And then I'm gonna beep bop over to Dolls Let's Plays Dead, which opens at 6. Then I can slowly make my way around and then just kind of make my way to the front of the park via Jason, El Artista, and around towards like that San Francisco area. Aubrey's moving and grooving. I will give her that. Like, she's already in the Terrifier line. I think that one will go kind of quickly, even with Express. So I gotta get off the camera and I gotta start walking. I gotta start walking faster.
Done with Terrifier. I am a little more wet this time from the wet path than I was the first 2 go around. So we jumped right over to Grave of Flesh. It opens at 6. This might be my longest wait to get into a house because it's currently 5:54. So I have 6 minutes until this house opens. But I think it makes sense to hit this while I'm back here instead of coming back later on. So we're gonna hold. It looks like, per my phone update, Ben is done with Galkin. So he's got 2 houses done. I am on to my 4th. We'll see how fast he can cruise through like Dolls and Hatchet and Chains, but he's got some walking to do ahead of him. I just got to pop from one spot to the next. It's pretty nice starting back here. Also, I am thoroughly refreshed from being wet right now from the wet path, so standing outside is not half bad.
Aubrey hasn't texted back, so I assume that means that she's probably in Terrifier right now, which means she has wrapped up her 3rd house. I gotta walk faster. We're not taking any breaks. I hate losing. I lost last year. I didn't like it. Not one bit. Aubrey is indeed done with Terrifier. She is cruising already. She's off to a hot start. 3 done. I am just in the queue for 3. It was a 10-minute wait when I walked in, so hopefully it's gonna be pretty much a walk-on when I get back there, but I've just been doing a lot of walking, it seems like, at these back houses. I didn't even have time to talk about it. We got in there so fast. It was a literal walk-in. Zero minute wait. We're listening to 10, just walked right in. That is one house, though, that I would say, 1, great run. 2 is darker than you think. And so having sunglasses on when you walk into the house is key for Hatchet and Chains if you're hitting it up during staying screen. Hop, skip, and a jump over to Dolls Let's Play Dead, listed at 10-minute wait. I think it's going to be pretty much a walk-in again, but we will see. Time to catch Aubrey.
We're moving, heading into Grave of Flesh. We'll get through this, go hit up El Artista. Ben decided to skip Dolls, I guess.
There's one, yeah.
Is it not open yet? I don't know. But he went to Hatchet and Chains, so he is on his 3rd house. We are about to go right into house number 4, subsequently house number 5. I'm gonna say one ahead of him. And then eventually both of us will have to go through Jason. I'm concerned about what the wait time will be on that, but he has the same predicament, so I think I'm gonna be okay. We're out of the madness in the back, go do El Artista, and then we've got the park to just roam to go hit our final 5 houses. We're almost halfway there, y'all. Like, this has been quick. Can you imagine that I would have done 4 houses by 6:10? Not me. We'll see what the wait time is for El Artista. It is one of the houses in the very front. People see right away and they go, ooh, let's go get in line for that. So hopefully, now that the gates are open, now that General Park admission is available for people with HHN tickets, let's hope that hasn't jumped significantly high. But I'm glad to get those done when everybody else is able to get in the park. So here's hoping, let's go.
Dolls just opened up about 2 minutes ago. So, again, almost gonna be a walk-in, I think.
35 minutes, yes. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I feel like El Artista has been like tried and true of if you pop in early in the night, you can catch it at a pretty low wait time. So let's use our express, let's go do this thing.
Done with Dolls Let's Play Dead. It's growing on me. I know from our initial night 1 premium stream, I was like, what is Dolls? Like, I did not really care for the Dolls Let's Play Dead house. It's growing on me. Each and every time I go through it, I notice something new. I really enjoy the buttons and the interactive features. Like, the smells. It's growing on me. It's. If you had asked me at the end of night 1, I would have said Dolls Let's Play Dead was like 9 or 10. Like, Graveyard was still probably 10, but Dolls was way low because it was like my number 1 house. Had such high expectations for Dolls, and then it didn't meet those expectations. I still don't really understand the mask, on the little girl. Like, what is that about? Like, I feel like she would have been just as creepy without a mask as she is with a mask, but I don't know. I'm not on the Universal Creative team, so she's got a mask. Gonna beep bop over to Jason Universe. Hopefully it isn't too busy. We have seen Jason be incredibly busy. Highs are like 150 minutes. So hopefully everybody's still either at the front of the park at 5 Nights and WWE or in the back at Galkin and Fallout. So hopefully Jason is super short because it did just open at 6 p.m. Here we go. Jason, 60 minutes. Hopefully it goes quick.
I might have just had the best run through the El Artista. Not only were the scare actors just primed and ready to go, but I had two amazing women behind me just, hold it now. Like, it was so good. I love going through houses with people that they're brand new to them. Like, if you're ever at HHN and you want to go through a house with Ben and I and we're here, like, let us know, especially if you've never done before. I love that for you, and I love sharing that moment with you. So, hit us up. Always interested. Now, it is 6:21. We're gonna beat feet. Head to Jason. Actually, strategy check here. Let's see what the wait time's at. Jason is our longest wait time right now, and it's 60 minutes. But it's on the way. The question is, do I just head to the back of the park? Because we have like Gulkin, 10 minutes, Fallout, 10 minutes, Hatchet and Chains, 15 minutes. They're so low. They're gonna go up from that. Will they stay that low by the time I get there? Or do I just go like, run it now because it's only 6:22 and that wait time's gonna get up there higher as this night gets busier.
I might have messed up. Because this is gonna be a little bit of a wait. We're in the garage, which is good, but we are not in the second room yet when we stopped, and so I still think this is going to be a 15, 20-minute wait, in which Aubrey's gonna make some ground up, but she also is going to have to deal with this, and I think this will only get busier as the night rolls on.
Here's where things get interesting. I just checked, so Ben has done Hatchet, Chains, Dolls, Fallout, and Gulkin. He is also in line for Jason right now. I think this is really gonna be like the test of the strategy. Do you start in the back? Do you start in the front? Because we're kind of just swapping sides after Jason. It's kind of the middle, the equator, if you will. We'll see. This is what this video is. No! He's through! That's not good.
I just ran into Aubrey going into Jason. I don't know whether she skipped El Artista or she still has to do it, but she's moving. So that might mean she's on house number 6, and I'm headed to house number 6. She might be still just that bit ahead of me in this overall race.
Killer. Very good run through Jason. When you go through that second half, specifically for me, because there's so much going on, I just stare straight ahead. Like, turn the peripheral vision off. Just stare straight ahead and just keep going. Just keep going. Just look straight ahead. Help me ignore all the scares coming at me. All right. No hanging out in Club Horror currently. We will hit that up later this evening when the sun goes down. In the meantime, we're heading back to the back of the park. Lots of steps coming up. Lots of steps coming our way. We got Fallout. We got Gulkin. We got our last 4 houses to do. And even though my friends are here dancing, I love them. Like, we can't hang out, but we can at least come say hi. We can at least dance. We can at least have a good time. I can't hang out, but I can at least dance for 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the business, let's go.
Aubrey did say she had done El Artista, so she is on house number 6 with Jason. And I'm on house number 6. The thing that might bode in my favor is I have less walking to do in my second half, because I will pop out behind Rip Ride Rocket from El Artista, which will set me up great for all the houses that are in the front of the park. Woo, it's gonna be close.
We're doing Gulkin. I think we can hit this, turn right around, and get into Fallout before that wait time gets any higher. And even if it does, we'll keep it marginal. I also don't think that this express line is very long at all, which is a win. The express line right now for Fallout is none. Ben just finished El Artista. I think this is gonna be a tight run. Like, a little more tight than I'm hoping for. If Hatchet and Chains and Dolls can hold out for me, we should be fine. and if Five Nights can just jump significantly. We'll have to check the wait time, see what he has to stand through.
That's house number 6. Onto the back, or front, I guess front. I started in the back, so over to the front houses. I think I'm gonna do WWE next. Aubrey is already headed to the back. She's cruising. She's still just a slight bit ahead of me, I would say. So we got some ground to make up. But I think we can do it because all these houses are in really close proximity. Change of plans. Now that I look at it, because I think I'm gonna go Grave of Flesh, Terrifier, because those will pop me out really, really close together versus having to do the loopity-doopity back around. So I'm gonna do Soundstage 25 area first prior to doing WWE, which would pop me out closer to Rip Ride. Strategy. We're strategizing.
Maybe there's something about going through the houses by yourself, but that was the best run I've had of Gulkin yet. I think it was completely filled with scare actors. There were more stilts in there than I've noticed before. They were crushing it. Those scare actors were working it and just coming from every angle. It was so good. We have another house to hit. I'm hoping we can just pop right on in, bust Fallout out, and then on to the last 2 houses. Cruising. Now, the line is getting a bit longer out here as far as I can see. That's not good.
Grave of Flesh listed 55 minutes. I don't think Aubrey's gonna face 55 minutes in the back there, so I'm nervous. I'm starting to feel a little nervous because I just looked at Terrifier 2. Terrifier 60. We got some wait times up here at the front. I think it's really going to come down to Five Nights at Freddy's. How long is the wait for Five Nights going to be once I get done with WWE, Terrifier, Grave of Flesh? If it's like 120, 150 minutes, I'm in trouble.
One thing I am noticing is there's a lot more RIP tours back here currently. The night started, the RIP tours are going, and they are making their way to houses, and they get a jump to the very front of the line. So I'm hoping that doesn't impede how fast I'm able to move. But it's a reality of what you're going to be working through is as the night kicks off officially, RIP tours will begin. There will be more and more groups that get to jump to the very front of the line. We're just waiting for a standby to load in, and then it is our turn. Currently, it's just almost 7 o'clock.
Done with Grave of Flesh. Quick in and out. Really not too bad. There was a bit of a wait, but I think the circle back around technique is going to save me on some steps. Because I think I'm going to hop right back over to Terrifier. Hop in line for Terrifier. Go see some Art the Clown. I would talk about Grave of Flesh, but I would have the same thing to talk about with Grave of Flesh that I've talked about in our first HHN video and our last HHN video, so I'm not going to really waste time repeating it, but I just don't get it. It's just not my jam.
Fallout, done. Not the best run through it. A lot of scare actors missing during my scares, at least. I barely saw the ghoul once, so that's why you got to go through houses multiple times. Give yourself a chance. Get all the scares, see all the things. So yeah, it happens. You don't get a perfect run every time. We are heading back towards the park. We got Dolls and Hatchet and Chains. This is gonna be a tight one. Ben's done with a number of things. I think he still has to wait for Terrifier. He's got WWE. He's got Five Nights. But we've seen how fast Express can be, so hopefully, just hopefully, I'll pull ahead.
Terrifier is listed at 60 minutes. This one's gonna be interesting because you still do wait for Terrifier even with Express Pass. At a 60-minute wait, expect to probably wait 10, 15 minutes because you do join the general admission queue quite early on in the queue with Express.
Concerned what I'm going to see when I turn this corner. Haven't been a lot of people coming through Express as far as I can tell, but also you just never know how fast it'll move. Well, you kind of do, but I don't know. I'm nervous. This is a lot closer of a run than I want it to be. Terrifier's a wait, he says, so that's good luck for me.
This is a bit what I was afraid of. Terrifier's still been a bit of a wait, even with Express. And I like the anxiety that I'm feeling right now. Like Aubrey is just continuing to pop through houses. She's probably almost in Fallout by this point. Like Fallout wasn't that busy, so getting stuck in Terrifiers. Like I said, I'm not optimistic, and so it's killing me. It's killing me knowing that she's cruising right now, and I'm stuck waiting in line for Terrifier.
I'll give it to Dolls. That house has grown on me. Since our very first run through it, I was like, this isn't what I was expecting. But the more I've gone through it, the more I've appreciated the work of the house, the creativity. I still agree with Ben. I don't know why the little girl's wearing a mask. It would have been creepier with just a little happy girl that does terrifying things to her toys. But regardless, pretty good run. There were a couple of scare actors in there that I'd never seen before, so that's neat. We have one last house to do. It is Hatchet and Chains. The last I saw it, the wait time was 35 minutes. Let's see if it stuck that low since I hit this last house. Am I gonna beat Ben? I think I'm gonna beat Ben. Am I gonna beat it?
Done with Terrifier. Art talked me into the wet path. And I got, like, they turned that up. It was like taking a shower today. I think that was the heaviest bloodbath that I have ever taken. But it was good. Great house. Aubrey is doing Dolls right now, which means she only has Hatchet and Chains left after that. I've got WWE and Five Nights at Freddy's. I'll be honest, I think at this point, it's safe to say that she has it for the year. But I'm gonna make it close. I'm gonna try and knock out WWE real quick, and then we will see where she is at. And then before we make a decision of where we're gonna hop into Five Nights at Freddy's, or surprised by this one, honestly. I really am surprised. I'm surprised it's been this close, and I'm honestly surprised that she's likely to beat me.
40-minute wait.
Perfect.
Thank you. All right, here goes nothing. I think Ben has 2 houses left. Can I get through this one before he does? 2 houses? Is it even gonna be close? Y'all, this is like a walk-on with Express right now. We haven't even stopped moving. Crazy. Look, where's the end of Express? Where's the end of the Express line? Where's the end of the Express line?
In line for WWE. 40-minute posted wait. We've pretty much walked right into the merge where it merges with the general admission queue. So we'll probably wait less than 10 minutes overall. Aubrey is headed to Hatchet and Chains. It's her last house. And it's only like a 40-minute wait. And so she's gonna have another 5-10 minute wait or so. She might be done by the time I get out of WWE, honestly.
Official timestamp 7:28, and just like that, we're done with all 10 houses at Halloween Horror Nights 34. I will say, Express Pass, huge player in being able to get all of these houses done as fast as I did. On top of it, Stay and Scream, pivotal. So helpful to be able to hit so many houses before even General Park was able to come in for the event. I'm curious, Ben must just still be waiting in line right now. Who's buying dinner?
I don't want to talk about it. Not happy.
What was that?
I'm not happy.
I'm happy because we're about to eat some food and I am hungry from all that work.
How did you get done so fast?
I boogied, and I think kicking things off with Five Nights at Freddy's was pivotal. Absolutely pivotal. I think, though, the biggest takeaway from doing this is that utilizing Stay and Scream and having an Express Pass allows you so much freedom to be able to go through the houses and get them done very quickly. For the front of the park specifically, I think it's wise to start with Five Nights at Freddy's and to be able to get there early enough where you're generally in the front of the line. Had I waited, I think I would have been in Ben's shoes and probably not been able to get as many of the houses done as fast.
I can't believe I'm 1 and 2 in these challenges. First and foremost, I don't think I could have run that really any cleaner. Like in Fallout, real quick, into Gulkin, like beep bop boop boop boop, like, and I still didn't get Five Nights done. I think we've identified that like Five Nights at Freddy's is the pivotal house this year. So even if you don't have Express Pass, get to Five Nights early if you have Stay and Scream. Get Five Nights done. Because that just sets you up. Because Five Nights being 150 minutes right off the rip, like, that's going to be tough to overcome. But like Aubrey said, Express Pass is huge this year. Huge. Like, it's only 8 o'clock and we're already having dinner. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible that we were able to get, I was only able to get 9 houses done, but Aubrey got 10 houses done by 8 o'clock.
I'd say the one other thing that I learned, but I think I already knew it, is that I love going through houses with people who have never done them before. So if you're ever at HHN this season or in future seasons and you are going through your first house and we're around, let us know. I'd love to go through the house with you and share that first time experience. It is so fun, especially if you're kind of a wimp like me.
Aubrey was like, what are you thinking about? And I was like, well, I was reflecting. I was thinking about like what I could have done differently. And what stuck with me was like Fallout opened at 5:15. Gulkin opened at 5:45, but at the front of the park, Five Nights at Freddy's opened up at 5:15. WWE opened up at 5:15, and then Terrifier opened up at 5:30, and Graveyard opened up at 6. So by the time I was into house number 2, you were already done with basically 3 houses, and that was just hard to make up over the course of time. Like, I thought I had you, as we saw at Jason, but I think that natural sort of friction right in the beginning just was hard to make up.
I think specifically things that made my night so successful and to be able to get through all 10 houses by 7:30, using Stay and Scream, getting to Five Nights at Freddy's for Stay and Scream pretty darn early on, before that wait time really climbed, before the standby line really got heavy in the queue, and also before the Express Pass line got too long as well. On top of that, really being strategic about how I hit those back houses going from Five Nights, going over to WWE, knowing that Terrifier was about to open, hey, let's go get in line for that, and subsequently knowing I could jump right from Terrifier right across to Grave of Flesh. Super helpful, so I wasn't running around too far and I wasn't waiting that long. I did have to wait for Grave of Flesh to open, but it was like 6 minutes versus Ben's, 15 that you had to get in the Gulkin. I think that really helped save me a lot of time. That is a wrap for this year's HHN 34 Challenge video. We hope that this has helped you plan your strategy when you come to Halloween Horror Nights this season. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. We're here to help you out. And if you got anything out of this video, please subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more Universal and Halloween Horror Nights content. Thanks for watching. Bye! Let's go watch Nightmare Fuel, Ben.